Hey guys, this is a continuation of our Unreal retargeting tutorial. After exporting animations from Unreal, we're going to bring them to Maya and continue our work there. Enjoy, there's a lot to cover. Alright guys, so in this tutorial we will retarget animation from the horse skeleton to the horse control rig. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's just go and open our horse, which must be here somewhere. I promise it was here. There it is. So we have those animations here, right? Now, under export, I have the SK horse. So that's my skeleton for that horse. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just delete it. Delete the geo and leave the skeleton in. So it's clean. I can see the skeleton here with the naming conventions. Okay, looking good. Now the next thing I'm going to do is reference in the rig. So I'm going to go to that horse and just under Maya rig, my rig, that's what I'm going to reference in. And there should be a total overlap here, by the way. So if I do X-ray joints, I'll see that it's actually overlapping perfectly, that skeleton and this skeleton, so that's perfect. Now what I can do is, under my reference editor, I can click here and just create a namespace rig. And this is like something that I'll call the binder file. So in this file, basically what's going to happen is the bones will constrain the controls, and then that's what's going to make the animation happen. Also, another thing that I like to do here is create like a little locator and name that locator scale lock. Now, this is the locator where we're going to put our skeleton in, and if for some reason we wanted to retarget from one to another with different scale, or like even like scale the limbs, we could create locators inside the limbs and scale them, and that allows us to retarget animation while changing the proportions of the character, just so you know. But in this case it's the same, 1-to-1, so it should be easy. So let's save this file as a binder file. So maybe in the horse folder I'm just going to make a folder called retargeting, and let's just say binder file. Now the next thing I want to do is go to that folder, the characters, horse, and this animation thing I exported from Unreal in the previous tutorial. I'm just going to copy that over, put that in retargeting, and I'm just going to do source, and I'm going to do output. So that's how we can retarget. So that's what I'm going to basically put in here, and I could probably rename those animations. So like, let's say attack horse, that's going to be the first one, then that one's going to be horse bite, the horses are biting, horse die, horse hurt, and then horse idle, and then run and walk. Alright, horse run and horse walk. So there we have it. Those are like good names for those animations, potentially. It is nice to keep the same conventions. If you're using underscore, use underscore everywhere, of course. And this is good. Okay, so here we go. Now output is where we're gonna put the retargeted animations. Now another thing we need a JSON file where we're gonna be doing mapping. So I'm gonna actually use the retargeting tool. I'm going to give it to you guys. You can have a look at the description how to install it. Anyway, the tool looks like this. It's a simple retargeter where you load your source, target, binder file, and JSON, and then you can just basically start retargeting the animations. It's a very useful and simple tool. So we need that mapping file. That's what we need. Now the tool comes with the example mapping file. So there is this file here. I'm just going to copy it over and edit it to my needs. And that's going to be the majority of the work to be done here. Open in Explorer. Yeah, there you go. So just copy that. And then go back to that horse here. So it's like mapping. I can just name it mapping horse. And in there, I'm going to open it with my Notepad++ and have a look. So this is basically how this happens. So I'm going to be retargeting joints, and this is how you do it. So this is going to be a little bit tedious, but I'm just going to do it, and you guys can copy it or adjust it to your needs. But basically, it's a very powerful tool. So first thing is pelvis. How are we going to retarget the pelvis? So here, basically, we look at the pelvis bone, which in this case is hips for the horse. And basically here, we're retargeting from the hips. Okay, so this is read-only, so we gotta do read-only. So from the hips, oh, come on. Okay, for some reason I'm not allowed to edit that file. What the heck? What's going on here? Let me just go here. Properties. It's not read-only. Edit. Hips. Okay, so here we go. Hips. Let's save it. And hips will be retargeting onto what? Onto that. So that is my IKFK spine, COG, whatever the name, controller. And so that will be retargeting like that. Now here, P. What does the P mean? P means parent constraint. So basically, they're driven completely. Now then we have the spine. So this assumes that we have an IK spine, which is fine. So we can just use the, basically what we can do is we can use the chest and the mid. And so the chest is basically going to be reading from this bone, spine 05. So just paste the name of the chest in here. And as you can see, you could use multiple bones from one joint. So spine 05 could be retargeting multiple. Okay. Now spine 02. So that was the problem is because here we have one or the other. So I'm just going to use spine 2 here for that one. So spine 2 will be retargeting this. We'll be driving the abdomen controller. So let's just do that. Like that. And all parents, that's cool. And then we have the legs. So here we had some pinky and whatever. We're not going to do that anymore. That doesn't make any sense. You can just delete it all. Then we have, you know, thigh, knee, and all that stuff. So that's going to be a little bit more complicated. But then we also have the neck. So why don't we just do the neck first to see how that works. So the neck, must have 3 controls for the neck. And the way it's set up here, that's the neck base, that's the neck mid, and that's the head. So it's pretty much the same. So the head can retarget from head, basically. So that's going to be pretty straightforward. So here, head is going to be retargeting head. That's really cool. And then this neck 4 will be retargeting neck mid. So we can go here. Neck 04. Just going to be retargeting neck mid. Okay, well, so unfortunately I didn't copy the right naming. Let's just copy that and then paste it there. Yeah, that's my neck mid controller. And then neck base, there is this joint here. I believe that this joint neck 1 can be driving that. So that in theory should work. I could do an FK retarget, but I think in this case I'm gonna stick with IK.
If you're enjoying this video, make sure to check out my Patreon and website. I offer even more in-depth tutorials, many of them free, but the best and most exclusive content is on Patreon. There, I share my game development journey and create regular rigging and character game dev courses. By supporting me, you're helping me create more quality content, and we both win. Visit my website at cornica3d click, or join me on Patreon, patreon.com/cornica3d. Thanks for your support. Alright guys, I think it's time to wrap this one up. We will pick it up in the next one. In meanwhile, make sure to visit my website and Patreon for more tutorials.